What do we have for Taurus? Five of Wands, Leo energy at the foundation of the reading, Taurus. As I've been meditating on your energy and collecting the downloads for you the past few days, I've been feeling this energy of you on the precipice of making some sort of decision or move, but feeling stuck. It's like you're just kind of sitting in this space, knowing that you need to put some action behind something here, but there's something holding you back. This particular decision has a breakthrough attached to it that opens up a world of new possibilities for you, but you can't see the full scope of what's in front of you just yet. And what's interesting is we have a full moon that's coming up, I believe, well, by the time you hear this reading, today. And I feel that this is the perfect opportunity for you, Taurus, to finally release whatever fear or whatever obstacle stands before you out to the universe. The energy to support you on this new path is here. It's shown up for you, and it's ready to be at your service, energetically speaking, to help you step into this new beginning. The universe is pushing you to open your mind and spirit to new horizons, Taurus. There's a few possible shifts that could be laid out at your feet. A culmination to some sort of plan that you've been putting in place is just up ahead, but there's some sort of sudden decision that you're going to make, I feel, just on the back of this full moon. This Five of Wands is showing us what you have in front of you right now in regards to this obstacle or this challenge. Now, one of the other downloads I got for you was something surrounding heart chakra attacks, okay? And it's interesting because your chakra association is the heart. Venus energy is the heart. So it's Libra, Taurus, Venusian energy. And when it's showing up as a kind of heart chakra blockage, let's just say, it's going to be an energy that wants you to sit in some sort of pain of the past, doesn't want you to move forward. Now, there's many different ways this can show up. It just really depends what you are going through and what your personal circumstances are. But for some of you, it's something within you, something you can't let go of, that the universe is here to help you release. For others, it's going to be your environment. It's going to be people around you that are maybe laying a guilt trip on you, making it difficult for you to move forward. No matter how you look at it, it's something that is holding you back. And for a lot of you, it's going to be a combination of these things. People laying a guilt trip on you as to why you can't move in a certain direction, and you allow that to overcome you, and you essentially just stay in this space that you're being guided to move on from now. There's something here regarding this triggering some sort of conflict, quite possibly some sort of disagreement. Now, this is going to speak to any of you individuals out there that are obviously dealing with other people that are standing in your way. But I feel that you'd be doing yourself a great disservice, Taurus, if you didn't stand up for yourself in regards to this direction you're trying to move here. I feel that somebody here is trying to get you to concede or relinquish your power in regards to something here. What do we have at the sacral? This Five of Wands is also coming up at the root chakra, so the foundation of the reading, which is speaking about, this is basically the stability of the reading, okay? So this could very much be families, your living arrangements, all of these sorts of things, right? What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow. Unbelievable. Two of Swords, right there at the crossroads. A decision needs to be made. And as you can see here, we have this divine white horse waiting for you, right? But you're blindfolded. You can't even see it there. You can't see that the direction you're meant to go is that way, right? Whatever that way is for you. For some of you, I even picked this up at the beginning of the reading, this could be connected to travel, okay? For some, it could be overseas. There's a body of water here, okay? And it's just really giving me this strong feeling that a lot of you have to make some sort of move to trigger this new cycle to open up. It could just be a local move. But whatever the case, there is movement attached to this energy here. Two of Swords, Libra energy. There's something here that you're avoiding, Taurus, some sort of truth. There's something that's creating resistance. You can actually see the path forward. It's very clear what direction you should be moving. And because you're in conflict with your environment and not being able to see all the way down the path, you're just kind of at a stalemate. There's something about your energy, Taurus, where it's like you think that you're checkmated or you're painted into a corner, something like this. But I actually feel that this is a self-imposed restriction. I'm actually seeing the Eight of Swords in my mind's eye that you're placing on yourself to not have to face going in this direction. See, what's so interesting about this energy, Taurus, I just got a lot of ringing in my ear as well. So what I'm about to say, I feel, is right on the money here. This is something that you've been asking for. This is something that you've been manifesting. And it's here, and you're just kind of holding back from actually stepping into this new cycle, right? The divine shows up, and they're like, all right, Taurus, let's go. And you're like, I don't know. What do we have, the solar plexus? Wow. Seven of Wands. Confirming everything I'm saying here. In order to go in this direction, you have to basically stand up for yourself in some capacity. It's an energy here that's calling for you to take control. And it's right there at that solar plexus chakra, which is the chakra that indicates confidence, you stepping into your personal power. So this whole entire shift that you're being guided to take, well, that you're about to take, because I can already feel in the energy you are actually going to do this, is something that other people don't want you to do. I feel like you don't have very much support here in regards to this, Taurus, which is another reason why you definitely should go in this direction. Because I feel that whatever this is here, Taurus, I just heard it's a part of the blueprint for you. It's a part of your mission. So in saying that, if you were all feeling pulled to go in a direction that you know is connected directly to your path, you feel an inner calling, you need to understand that there's always going to be resistance. The devil is going to use those around you, or the devil is going to use your inner child, right, to trigger this deep-seated emotion from within you so you don't make the necessary moves in this direction. How does the devil trigger your inner child? Well, the devil will use your environment to do this as a means to get you to self-sabotage. In Taurus, I gotta say, this full moon is the perfect opportunity for the devil to do just that. And when I say the devil, I mean his minions, right? Tentacles of the devil, your environment, everything and anything that keeps you boxed in. There's a tremendous amount of conflict in this energy. 5 and 7 of Wands, Leo energy. This is a battle, Taurus, that you will win, but you got to get up and fight it, because on the other side of this is a whole new timeline. These transitions, these timeline jumps, never easy. There's nothing smooth about these transitions. They come with tremendous resistance and pushback. You have to understand that on a deeper spiritual level here, you're breaking out of karmic patterns that a lot of your ancestors submitted to. They weren't able to actually pull this off. But you, Taurus, you're different, because you're actually going to break through this generational restriction, is what I just heard. And in doing so, you're also going to set a lot of your ancestors that came before you free. Now, there's a depth to what I'm saying there. I won't get into all that right now, but I was just guided to say that to all of you. Some of you might know exactly what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, Taurus, the simplest way I can put it is that you have been sent here to break generational chains. And whatever this decision is here that you need to make, and whatever this direction is that you need to start moving in, is going to trigger a chain of events that allows you to break free of this very restrictive energy. This is an energy of somebody who's fighting for their freedom and what other people expect of them. For some of you, it might even be you fighting for your freedom and what you expect of yourself, which is something that is based on an old, outdated belief system that doesn't serve your highest good anymore in this day and age in 2024. Doesn't matter how young or old you are. A lot of these behavioral patterns that we have been utilizing in our everyday waking lives simply doesn't work anymore. People are doing things differently now. We are at a very revolutionary point in history, so it's time to make revolutionary moves, no matter what other individuals have to say about it. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. These cards are following what I'm saying. Tower, right at that heart chakra, right? There's so much conflict and restriction in this energy. See, this particular tower from this deck, it's a little different because the tower hasn't come down yet. But it's like you're in the tower, right? And you're looking down and there's like a lynch mob coming for you, right? You got like torches and pitchforks. And you're getting ready to elevate. You're getting ready to ascend. And they are picking up on this, right? You're breaking out of these chains, so to speak. Mars, Aries, Scorpio energy with this tower. It's like you've received this revelation, and now the next step is upheaval of this particular timeline. Big changes require big moves. There's no way around that. At the end of the day, you're being called here. It's very clear what I'm looking at here. This is somebody who's breaking out of the matrix of their life. The matrix being just anything that has held you back. And it's going to show up in many different ways. Again, the people around you, your own limiting belief systems, right? The things you tell yourself to stop yourself from moving forward in a certain direction or stepping into your own personal power. But there's also very clear imagery that I'm also looking at here, Taurus, of outside support for you. As you can see on this Five of Wands, we have these, I think they're eagles or falcons, but I feel like this is representing the divine, protecting you, right? Helping you with this transition. Right here, we have the divine white horse ready to escort you to the new timeline. And then right here, it's like we have these lightning bolts coming down from the divine. And there's this crown here above this tower. I just heard it's a kind of anointing, right? This new timeline. This is what's connected to this. See, Taurus, you need to understand that there's certain moves that we're all guided to make in our everyday waking lives that trigger events. And there's no way that we can ever possibly begin to imagine how that may unfold or what it may be. We are all puzzle pieces in the grand design of reality of the universe. And there's specific places that we need to be at specific times. And when you feel called to go towards something, it's very important that you actually listen to this. This message is for individuals that have a connection with Source, that receive downloads and have a deeper knowing of what their path is, but circumstance has kept you from it, which this can speak for all of us. All of us are being called in certain directions at any given moment. What do we have at the throat? Eight of Cups, Pisces energy at the throat. This is confirming everything we're saying because this is an energy that is calling for you to move in a different direction. It's time to leave something behind here, Taurus. Whatever this is isn't serving your highest good. And this individual here, it's like they're just standing there, sitting in this energy, right? There's a clear emphasis on them guzzling that cup. And immediately I'm thinking about this individual numbing something, right? Maybe trying to escape from the fact that they need to make a decision here. But I feel that the reason for this is because of this chain of events that will actually start to unfold once you do take this leap in this new direction. Something here has really been holding you back for a long time, Taurus. I'm getting quite an intense itching on my right palm, which I feel is indicating some sort of blessings that are attached to this as well. Okay, I'm hearing for some of you, there's things that are holding you back from making this decision, right? Worries, it could be money, it could have to do with anything really, but they're small details that I feel will be taken care of on the backside of this decision that you're being called to take here, right? It's like an energy of getting so caught up in all the details of a decision that you need to make, you don't actually even make the decision. You're just making up excuses as to why you can't move in a certain direction. But like I said, Taurus, there's no smooth way of doing this. But what I do know is you will make it to the other side. It may just be a little bit of a bumpy road to get there, however that may resonate for you, right? It's like the example they want me to give you. It's like traveling somewhere and maybe usually you would drive there, you'd catch a plane, right? There'd be some level of comfort there. But for some reason, you have to ride on the back of a horse, right? So it's probably going to be kind of sweaty or cold, depending on where you live. You might get a couple of cuts and bruises. This is what I'm getting here, okay? But the whole point is you're going to actually make it to the other side. And that's all that matters here. So this is just speaking metaphorically about you needing to actually put some sort of action behind this and stop obsessing over minute little details. What do we have at the third eye, please? Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy at the third eye. Again, confirming what I just said, because this is showing us that you have everything you need, Taurus. Right? The Magician has all four elements: air, water, earth, and fire. And this is also confirming to us again what I said in regards to this being something that you've been manifesting and it actually being here for you right now. But it requires you making a very bold move here, which is not going to make individuals in your environment very happy. Or it's going to be something that you might deem as uncomfortable because you're breaking out of a kind of comfort zone that you've been existing in for, well, a long time based on this energy here. And this Magician at the third eye position is speaking about this vision. I mean, the third eye is all about your visions, right? Seeing beyond the material world. And then the Magician card is all about you turning your visions into reality. So this Magician at the third eye is doubling down on this having to do with your visions for your future, your visions for your life. Your intuition is very clear right now. Taurus, this is also speaking about as above, so below, all right? Which is indicating that this is a part of the divine will for your life, this direction you're being guided to go in. You know, this is quite a deep reading, but it could be that in your everyday waking life, this comes down to one decision that you have to make that, again, opens up this world of possibilities for you, like I mentioned at the beginning of the reading. What we're actually looking at here is the energy surrounding all of this. It could all come down to a matter of you just saying no to something any further and saying yes to something else moving forward. What do we have at the crown, please? Wow. Three of Swords, Libra energy in reverse. So we have the Two of Swords here and the Three of Swords here. So this is showing very clearly that this direction that you're being called to move in brings an end to some sort of pain in your life, Taurus. There's an energy of healing here. Could just be that maybe some of you have felt unseen, forgotten about by the universe. Maybe you feel like your time has passed, right? This can be a very natural feeling to have when you're not moving in a direction that your heart is calling you to go in, right? It's just one of the emotions attached to functioning inside of that space of a limiting mindset. But this brings a complete closure to a certain level of restriction in your life, Taurus, that has kept you consumed by some sort of blanketed energy of feeling let down and unseen by the universe, when it's simply not the case at all. It's just a matter of you having a certain kind of influence around you that has made you feel, whatever it may be, that you're insignificant. The universe, the divine, has been with you this entire time. Getting a lot of ringing in my ears right now, Taurus, so this is definitely resonating with a whole bunch of you out there. I'm actually picking up on some of you feeling very emotional, right? By what we're saying here. I get it. Taurus, it's very important that you understand that the divine has always been here for you. There's just something that has caused your faith to dwindle, and it has to do with something that is desperately calling for you to finally release now. It could be some inner child healing. It could be some family dynamics. It could be people around you. It could be behavioral patterns. It could be a certain way you speak to yourself and communicate with yourself. It's going to be different for all of you. But all of these things are, again, going to fall under the umbrella of a lack mindset. They all kind of work in tandem to keep us stuck. But this is one of those energies, Taurus, when you get on the other side and you look back, you're like, oh my God, what was that? Right? You really start to see where the restriction begins and ends. You really start to see the devil in the details. Oh, I heard that so clearly. This is a paradigm shift, Taurus. It's one of these energies where when you step into this new timeline, your perception of reality completely shifts. Everything holds a different kind of meaning. Colors are more vivid. Everything has a lot more depth. Everything is just kind of brighter, metaphorically speaking, right? It's a kind of filter that's removed off of your lens that you look at your own reality through. Third eye kind of energy. What do we have at the foundation, please? Wow. Ten of Swords, Gemini energy, Malphas at the foundation of the reading. Further confirmation, Taurus. Every card is confirming the message. Ten of Swords is you looking back and recognizing the betrayal, recognizing that these energies wanted to keep you in a place of victimization, to keep you stuck, right? The universe has forgotten about me, I guess. You know? This is just my lot in life. I'm just supposed to stay here and not go after my true heart's desires, right? This is all victim mindset, right? Limiting belief systems. Again, all under the same umbrella. And it's this environment, this energetic environment, that has bred this way of thinking. Where you are going, Taurus, no one before you in your family or your circles has ever been. This is why you need to understand that you need to overcome the need for support and rather harness it from within. This decision, Taurus, is going to liberate you. There will be a point in the not so distant future, once you take this step, where you will start to realize that the worst has passed and that moving forward, you are on the road to recovery, whatever that means for you here. There's no reason that you need to fear any sort of ruin. And this end that you're being called to take here, it's inevitable. It's unsustainable. So you want to go ahead and get moving now, Taurus. You want to get out of the way, okay? Because this tower at that heart position is a clear indication. This is your signal from the divine. Hey, Taurus, we're going to need you to start making those moves now, okay? Because you don't want to be around when this tower drops. You want to be on the positive side of the tower. See, when you're being guided by the divine to move on from certain dynamics in your life that have kept you restricted and stuck, and you don't move on, you will get caught in the crossfire when judgment comes. And you don't want to be a sitting duck, Taurus, okay? Another way of speaking about this is enabling people's horrible behavior of you and probably many others by staying around them, right? It's probably an easier way for some of you to understand what I'm talking about here. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow. You don't want to get caught in the crossfire, right? Ten to the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy again, which is further emphasizing some sort of destruction that is going to be brought to these current spaces, these current timelines that you are currently moving around on, Taurus. Evolution is going to happen with or without us. But if you can ride that wave with the universe, the possibilities are endless, Taurus. And this speaks about you making that move when the divine is guiding you to make that move. The energy that we have on this table is wild. 5, 7 of Wands, Tower, 10 and 9 of Swords. These are very destructive, very uncomfortable energies. The Nine of Swords can also be an energy of despair. It's an energy of grief. You know, for some of you Tauruses here, you're being called to move away from some space. It could be a living situation. It could be a person. Take it as it fits. And when you move away from this person, something is going to happen. And you're going to look back and go, oh my God, I nearly didn't leave that situation. Something along these lines is what I'm picking up here. And I feel that whatever the event is that judgment I was talking about, right? You being caught in the crossfire. It says right there, causes great battles and wars. See, it's like the divine is giving you a heads up. Hey, Taurus, let's go. You got this amount of time, so to speak, to make the move. But we can't hold back any longer, okay? We got your back, but it's time to put one foot in front of the other. We cannot pause evolution here. We cannot pause expansion. The fact that we're looking at this tower before it's actually come down is the divine giving you the courtesy call, right? Yes, Taurus, you need to check out by 11:30, please. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Oh, unbelievable. The divine's giving you the call, right? The trumpets. Temperance, Crocell. This particular temperance from this deck is read in its negative polarity. It's energy of complete chaos. It represents something very disruptive that is getting ready to take place here. 7 of Wands, right? See, although it's your moves that trigger a chain of events, you not making these moves also triggers an alternate timeline of a chain of events. It's like your non-action creates an alternate timeline that is not a part of this plan, but at the end of the day, you have free will. See, when it comes to alternate timelines, it's just another way of speaking about you manifesting a reality for yourself based around you not taking the call from the divine. Now you're existing on some lower vibrational timeline that's in alignment with this non-action. And then this particular outcome here becomes a fading memory. It's almost like you don't even remember it anymore. It's like it never even existed. This represents a portal, a way out for you, Taurus. What do we have at the heart, please? 7 of Wands again, right? So we have it twice now. Glacea Labalis, black magic. I knew it. See, that's that energy of restriction you're feeling, right? The non-action. See, black magic comes in many different forms. It doesn't have to be a coven of witches or warlocks sitting around on a pentagram chanting wickedness over your name. It can be individuals creating restriction for you in your environment that has a way of attacking your self-confidence. 7 of Wands at the solar plexus, right? Word witchery, right? Using the mouth, the tongue. To create restriction in your life. It certainly could be literal black magic for some of you, but most of the time, it's just going to show up as people trying to come after your confidence, keep you in a place where you're feeling very powerless, energy of feeling inferior. See, there's a very strong indication here that you're waking up, Taurus, to a lot of truths in your life. This is, again, triggering some sort of chain of events, and there's several indications here that there's like a mob, right? Let's just a group of people or whatever it is for you coming for you. I mean, we have it right there. We have them here. We have them here. We have them here again. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, this temperance and its negative polarity. It's all over this energy. And the reason for this is because, voila, the Magician again. Spiritual wisdom. It's like you being this high-ranking, anointed individual that has been incarnated onto a life cycle here with no idea who you were in a previous life or who you may be in the spirit. And now it's like you're waking up to this, right? It's like you're this powerful spiritual warrior. You oppose some sort of threat to these individuals' reality and how they've been living their lives. It all ends with you, Taurus. Your manifestation abilities that we're looking at on this table with these 2 magicians is next level. You will step into this new timeline and look back in disbelief that you couldn't see clearly enough to take this step sooner than you did, right? You're receiving the downloads, but there's some sort of communication breakdown there between the downloads being received and you putting action behind them, right? This is pretty common. We all deal with this in some capacity. It doesn't matter how spiritually awakened you are. It doesn't matter how long you've been on your path for, spiritually speaking, or in alignment with your purpose. We all have moments of weakness, and we are all always in some sort of conflict with the downloads we're receiving because our environment has been constructed in a way that creates some sort of static there, right? So it's like you receive the download, you're like, did I hear that right? Right? And it's your environment creating the distraction to make you second guess yourself. But whatever this is connected to, Taurus, okay? And I feel that you know what it is. You know, if you're sitting here and you're like, oh, I don't know. I mean, what could that be? Well, then it's just not your reading, okay? These are for people who are being called to go in a specific direction. You know what it is, all right? You've been looking for that confirmation. This is for you. This is your message. That yes, the downloads you're receiving are correct. This is what I'm here to tell you. What do we have at the throat, please? Wow. Justice, Kal-El, the invocable God. This is a tipping of the scales, Taurus. I didn't even need to see the Justice card to feel that already in the energy, but here's our confirmation. This triggers a chain of events. It's right underneath that Eight of Cups, right? So this is you kind of sitting on it. The moon kind of looks... Is Taurus actually going to make any moves here? How long are we going to sit here and wait for him to move? Taurus, this energy I'm looking at here is a win for you. I think that you're so used to this restriction, whatever this is, that you've forgotten what it feels like to have a win. You've forgotten what it feels like to have something go in your favor in this capacity, or maybe this is the first time ever. I mean, this feels monumental. This isn't the type of thing that just happens on a daily basis in people's lives. This is something that shifts your entire life. What do we have at the third eye? Oh, wow. There it is. Judgment. Had a feeling we were going to see her. Imamia, God hidden in darkness. Atonement of errors, destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them, right? Like I said, the universe has been watching this entire time, Taurus. They've always been here. But because of your free will, you have to actually get up and take the first step. Pluto, Scorpio energy with this judgment right there underneath the magician at the third eye. What an energy. This is all connected to your purpose, but there's a final decision, right? We got it with this Two of Swords here that needs to be made. A lot of you have yet to do this. You're like right on the precipice of it, right? The fact that we're getting Two Swords right here at the sacral, second card in, and then Judgment right here at the third eye, second card out, is indicating that the decision has yet to be made. But they're now emphasizing how truly important this is for your life path. This is one of those decisions that changes the trajectory of your life. You know, every given moment of our waking lives obviously alters the path that we're on, the timeline, but this is a big one. This is like a major life cycle. I'm hearing something about this particular kind of decision only comes around maybe a few times in one life cycle. This is how big it is. But again, there's an emphasis here on how much support you have, Taurus, especially with this judgment. The fact that we're getting judgment after all this, there's not really a stronger card you can get that is indicating just how protected you are once you make the decision to start moving in this direction. See, your non-action keeps judgment on the sidelines, right? They can't really do much to intervene here. They can send you downloads and messages in hopes that you get them, right? It's like a message in a bottle, hoping you get it and take some sort of inspired action, but you're subjected to all of this as long as you stay in this energy. No weapons that form against you shall prosper when you stand up for yourself and take the first step towards the divine. Okay? Until you do that, well, you're kind of on your own, Taurus. You know, this is for everybody. You got to get up and take a stand for yourself. This is the requirement. And then as soon as you do that, you got this backing you up. Okay? And this judgment angel has seen everything, right? Oh, yes, we've seen what you've put Taurus through. As soon as Taurus says the word. We're going to be playing whack-a-mole. What do we have at the crown to close out, Taurus, please? What a perfect way to end this reading. Ace of Pentacles, Kehathel, the adored god, divine blessings, drives away evil spirits, rules agricultural production, and Eye of God, Eye of the divine, right? Watching everything, just waiting in the wings. Taurus, you have two magicians and the Ace of Pentacles on this table. These are the three most powerful cards of manifestation. There's a lot of prosperity connected to this decision that you're going to make. And I feel that it's material in nature, financial, right? This indicates financial prosperity. It's enough to make a real world impact in your life, Taurus. Magician, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. It's like the divine clears the path for you as soon as you say the word, which is really you just taking that step forward, right? Which triggers this chain of events, Seven of Wands, and this Tower. And then once you get to the other side of this, boom, spiritual inheritance, Ace of Pentacles at the crown. Right underneath this Three of Swords, right? So it's like you're in recovery, healing from whatever this is here, being showered with some sort of divine blessings, okay? And there's many different ways that can show up. But whatever it may be, it just puts you on a path to where all of this is now possible. Taurus, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Taurus. Take care.